is up, Larry?
I don't know. You've been telling me all these things. You're like, oh, this is going on. We're going to be doing this. We're getting out. We're getting about. It's spring.
Did Rob warn you?
Well, I've heard you before.
But did he warn you about the pre-call part where I come in like a bull in a china shop and I'm like, okay, here's what I'm feeling good about. Here's what I'm talking about. He didn't warn you.
But you did say bicycles, and I do watch a bicyclist on TikTok.
Bicycle.
And I believe she's in Baltimore, and she's got one of those selfie sticks, and she's always
you still have TikTok
filming and stuff. Of course, I still have TikTok.
What happens when the government takes it away from you?
Well, I'll go to jail if I have a VPN. I'll go to jail if the bill passes. If I'm using it through a virtual private network, I'll go to jail for 20 years.
20?
You like that?
Yeah. So she uses a selfie stick, and that's kind of dangerous.
Well, I'm sure she'll move over to some other place to do the videos, but she's out of Baltimore. And I said, you know what? I've got a bike sitting in my garage. It's a mountain bike. It's kind of heavy.
Love it.
Last year, I put air in the tires. Yeah. And that's as far as I got. I brought it up to Vermont, but every time I was going to go out on a trek on it, it started to rain a little bit. So
well, that's a aggressive start, right? Vermont, that's very hilly, right? There's some
I was going to do. There's some railroad beds, and they're pretty level and stuff. It was going to be, I think round trip. It was probably 20, 25 miles. Yeah. And I drove to where it would end, and it would go over an old railroad bridge and near a like a Blue Seal place. And then turn around and go back into St. Albans from there. So that was going to be 20, 25 miles. And I said, you know, maybe I should just do the driveway to the camp and get my legs back into shape. Because they I always say my legs seem to lock up. Now, one of the things I've done is the railroad bed down the Cape.
Which is awesome. Falmouth. We did that as a training ride last year. That is awesome.
I think is that 12 miles one way or something?
No, you can go like 60 miles.
Oh, that's that's the one that comes out of Yarmouth.
Yes.
That line. I've done the one that goes down to Woods Hole.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you can take it right down to the boats at the old railroad line that went right down into there, and I find it's pretty level, so it's nice.
You know, it's nice, and it's also safe, right? Because you're off the road.
Yeah.
But we want to remind everybody now that springtime is here, we're going to see a lot more joggers. Yeah. We're going to see a lot more cyclists, and there's new rules. I don't know why they had to implement rules, but people tend to drive really close to cyclists for some reason, as opposed, you know, maybe there's a car coming the other way, as opposed to slowing, waiting, maybe even stopping if necessary, and then going around them. There's a rule now, law.
Oh, good.
4 feet. 4 feet. So folks out there, you know, when you see those cyclists, hopefully they're wearing some high res stuff and everyone's paying attention, but we're sharing the road out there. So be super, super careful, super cautious. Know that they're simply doing their fitness, or maybe they're fundraising like some of us for the Pan Mass Challenge. Not cyclists necessarily, but getting trained up so they can raise money to eliminate cancer. Those folks are out there. We are out there, and give us some space. You know, there's nothing scarier than when a car does a flyby. And it's almost, you can almost touch their rearview mirror, and it happens, Larry. It's frightening to think, no way, that doesn't happen, no way, but boy, it happens.
There are videos of cyclists that have cameras set up in the cities and stuff they've got trucks parked in the bike lane, or there's a bus driving down it and stuff like that.
So we could share the road, right?
I think so. I don't think there's any reason why we can't.
I love it. I love it. Now you're going to get out there and you're going to make stuff happen, but it's also tax time.
That's already done.
But let's feel good. So
done.
there we
My
go.
taxes
Feel
are
good.
done. I got the refund.
There it is.
It's in the bank, and I used it to pay the mortgage. So we're done.
There you go. So now you ask your tax planner, your tax prep, or you look up on the Google machine, what can I shred? What can I get rid of this year, right? What goes back 7 years, or what electric bills do I have? Why am I keeping these things? And Shreds Show, May 6th. 2000, first Saturday every year, first Saturday of May every year, right after tax season, spring cleaning, the nesting, right? Everyone's getting ready to get ready for spring. Get rid of some of that stuff, and we're doing it to benefit the food pantries of the South Shore again this year. So bring a check, because those are always more impactful, believe it or not. I know there's a lot of messaging out there, bring your non-perishables, and bring those too. Those are great. But checks get 4 times the power, so they could go up to the food bank with that money and get discounts down to 25%. So there's more bang with that buck by delivering checks. So we're hoping people will see that there's a need out there for a lot of people in their community, and when they come by and they shred them, they'll they'll pay it forward and give a check to one of the South Shore food pantries, whichever one they want, whichever one fits their
No, I did a cleaning of files, and I put them into containers, and they get stored in the attic. And 5 years went by.
Yes.
And I said, I've got to shred I burnt out a shredder.
Oh, really?
I burnt out a shredder doing
This
it.
is so easy. So we have the truck from Shred It come. You walk up to it. You can actually see it on camera. So they put it into the machine, and you can watch it shredding. So there's no question about it. You know, your documents would be protected.
Nice.
And evaporated.
And
Yeah,
so
and some of the folks are moving too. A lot of people move in the spring. A lot of people are downsizing, right-sizing, upsizing, and people are buying and selling homes. And it's a great opportunity to purge, right? Get rid of some of that stuff and bring it to the Shred Show. There's some really good new real estate product out there, albeit very scarce. We're seeing a historic scarcity, right? Because a lot of people are thinking, why would I move? Is it necessary to move? But those that are opting to move are seeing, a high demand. There's still a ton of buyers out there, but there is some new wonderful product coming out there, some new construction. There's one that our team attorney, Emmanuel Ebot's working with a team doing a condo complex in Pembroke, right on 53 there near Dishes. Brand new,
Oh, yeah, I saw
well-constructed
the
stuff.
building of that going on.
Yeah, Emmanuel Ebot's the condo attorney, so he's helping facilitate all of that for the group. Nike Construction is building some wonderful product out there. But, there's a lot of buyers out there, not a lot of sellers. So if people are thinking, maybe I'll sell next spring or in 6 months, once again, this is one of those times where there's a high demand of people, and you don't want to look back and say, shoulda, coulda, woulda.